Coach, no monitor, no play out there. They just maintenance it.
Yeah, it's not even maintenance. It's boy, it's just one more day is going to make him like right on.
Yeah, and Bennett skate on his own today, like hoping he would get
yeah, that was the plan. I think he was a little under the weather. Like if you get the sniffles, you're not allowed to come to the rink right now. So they're all fine.
And I wanted to ask about Kevin Stenlund. When you guys got him in the offseason, you had him at the beginning of the year, did you anticipate he'd be able to do as much as he did for you guys this year between being the top of the PK, being able to stabilize whichever line he's on, the bottom six, just being able to see how much he'd provide for you guys this season?
It was truly a hope, but it would have been a tall order necessary to predict exactly how important he's become to our team. When Kevin gets here, he actually hadn't played a full year in the National Hockey League. He had the 1 year, but that was a bubble year where players couldn't go back and forth. So this is his first real consistent run in the NHL, and I think that's what's helped him. He's a bright man, conscientious, wants to be a good player. Being in the lineup on a regular basis has helped him greatly. So he can use his brain and use his skill set that he has without always being afraid to make a mistake. You can't kill penalties without some anticipation, right? And you can't just go out and hold water. You've got to be better than that, and he has been for sure. I mean, that was our glaring weakness from last year, was our penalty kill. And we gave up some goals in the series, but I still think that our penalty kill won us the series because it was their strength. And when you can shut them out in any one game, then your penalty kill has won you that game. So he's been really important for us for sure.
I know we talked a little bit about it yesterday. Do you have plans for tonight around 7:45, 8 o'clock?
Yeah,
popcorn or what?
It's not as big a deal. Like, I'll watch the game tonight, but I'll watch it casually.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'll usually pick the team that's leading in the series, and you really focus on them. But I'll watch it more. I'll watch it tomorrow morning early on my computer, and I'll cut pieces of the game. So then I'm starting to put together video, and then I've got 2 full-time video guys. One guy's got Boston, one guy's got Toronto. But they're doing the same thing to us, right? They're going through all our games, and so all we do today, when we're not sure, is we take the pieces of their game that we believe are consistent between the 2 teams and start focusing on them.
Evans says he can't watch a game casually. Other guys say they can. Ryan Lombard says he knows enough about these guys, doesn't care. But can you watch a game casually without just naturally picking things apart?
I don't, so if it's a casual game, what I mean by that is I'll watch both teams. So I'll allow myself to kind of watch the one team for a little while, and the other team gets it going, and then I'm watching their team, and it's not a focused idea. I'm not trying to take anything from the game. I'm kind of let whatever I see interest me. I'll watch fairly closely Boston tonight. I think neither team, their personnel's changed a bit, but the basics of their game haven't changed, and neither have ours. Like, we got no secrets so it's not the end of the world.
Coach,
I just won't do anything else. Like, I won't.
You won't be doing crosswords or nothing.
No crosswords. So I'll even watch the commercials.
Are you? I mean, you do this at the house. You
always
set up.
I got cats, so we have our spots on the couch. Everybody's allowed to take. And we watch hockey every single night, just where it's on. Sometimes I don't like it very much, and I ignore it, but it's on all the time.
What's your least favorite of the rotation of 5 commercials that comes on during every playoff game?
Oh, no, I mean, people pay a lot of money, and that pays everybody's salary, so I love them all.
Paul, it's a really unique situation right now when you factor in when your last road game was and when your next road potentially could be. Just what does it mean to have this much time just for the guys in terms of comfort just to be at home in the playoffs? Pretty unusual.
Yeah, we'll go back going into like 10 days to the end of the season before we'll clear the close on the calendar month of being in Florida. Very, very, very important. It's important as long as you win, because it gives you a chance. It gives you a chance to be healthy and rested because you can do all that and get banged up in one game, right? So, but I think there's certainly no cost to us right now. We got a great facility here. We don't have miles on us. Our only road game traveled after we were home at 10 o'clock, so we're fortunate. Dropping the dishes in the back. That's the fine. Nice person wouldn't even have mentioned it, just kept going. Everybody else is good.
No, I don't.
Oh,
Sorry, regarding Carter Verhaeghe, just,
he's good.
sorry, when the
We'll see.
game calls for it.
Yeah.
Just kind of thinking back over the course of your career, and you think about the guys who have,
Yeah.
you could label like clutch performers.
Gamers, eh?
Where would you say he, I guess, falls in? Just
Yeah.
since he's so young now, but he's really earning himself that reputation.
I don't think that I've had a guy like that. Yeah, I told you, I've watched, it's a routine that I've had for a while. I watched the Stanley Cup champion every game that they play, so Tampa was a pretty good team there for a while, won a couple. So I would end up watching them. In the first series I watched, I wasn't working for Florida, I was working for Winnipeg at the time. It's this Carter Verhaeghe guy, who is this guy? I'm not even watching Florida, I'm watching Tampa. And he just kind of kept jumping out. So we started looking at him and where does he come from? So then, when you're in the West, you do your work and then you move on and then you come back to the playoffs the next year. And there's this Carter Verhaeghe guy and you end up coaching him. I don't know that I have a better handle on him now than I did when I saw him on video. I can't tell you the why of it. But my description of what I feel about him as a player, I don't know if it makes any sense to anybody, but there's a frequency. It's like everybody, I think, has a rhythm that they operate the best. Some people are really good in high pressure situations. And that doesn't necessarily make them better humans. Some people are really good in low pressure situations. I'm not. And what I mean by that is if I got 3 weeks to do 2 things, fuck me, it'll take 3 weeks to do 2 things. And it's kind of half-assed. Like seriously, it took you 3 weeks to do that? That's awful. But Carter is one of those guys that his frequency is chaos. And the more people that you put in a smaller area, the faster the play happens, the better he is. The more, it seems like the more comfortable he is. It gets on and off his stick faster than it should, or he finds a way to be calm in the chaos. That's the best I can come up with. Because I've seen plays, like his hands skills are just like incredible. There'll be times where he has a lot of time to make a play, and that seems to be more difficult for him. There's more, maybe it's just because he sees options and he sees a bunch of different things he could do, and then there's confusion, or not even confusion, he's just paralyzed by options almost. But what he's great at is go as fast as you can with as much intensity and chaos, and things seem to then calm down. You can flatten that thing out and put it bar down where it might be jamming it off the pads, he has that grace about him, I don't.
And anything MP Stolarz got hurt a little bit, but came back.
Katouche, yeah, he'll be all right. His kids, I'm not sure, but he'll be okay.
Is it like a scary moment when all of a sudden you see one goal?
Well, when you look down,
yeah,
and everybody's around a goalie, that's a bad one. But then when you see almost all the guys came down and 2 of them are laughing, hey, everybody knows what happens, and then they all got to come down and they all got to have something to say. We had to stop the drill until everybody had something to say to Stoli, and then we were able to go again. He's fine.
So lower body?
Excellent.
Thank you, everyone.
All right.